This is the Transforming Anxiety Podcast with Kelly Hanlon McCormick, and today is episode number 188. It matters, and it doesn't matter. Welcome to Transforming Anxiety. I'm your host, Kelly McCormick. I'm a mom to 2 boys, a wife, friend, daughter, and sister, and I'm a certified life coach, yoga teacher, and soon-to-be mindfulness meditation teacher. I'm no stranger to anxiety, and I'm here to teach you how to manage your mind and your emotions so that you too can transform anxiety into calm, peace, and whatever you want for your life. I'm so glad you're here. Hey there. Welcome in today. How's it going? How's the week so far? How's your mind and your body and your heart doing? I do this fairly often, just like this little scan of my mind, my body, and my heart. Like, does my mind feel busy? Does it feel calm, open, tense? How about my body? Does my body feel energetic, light, heavy? Also maybe tense? How about my heart? Is it receptive, supported, nourished? Is it tense? Guess I'm often looking for places of tension, right? Where I'm closed down, maybe where I'm resistant. What's happening? And sometimes, I tell you, you don't really even need to do anything with this information. It's enough to simply know where you're at and what's what. It's like, oh, I'm feeling a little busy, energetic, but nourished. Great. Okay. Or I'm calm, but I'm feeling heavy and tense as well. Got it. Like just being willing to take a look and see, how am I? And not in the sense of being like fine or tired like most adults, but really, what is the quality of my mind, my body, and my heart right now? Like what's real and true for me in this moment? So anyway, I offer that to you as we get started today. How are you? What is the quality of your mind, your body, and your heart today? Yeah? All right. So kind of short and sweet today, we're going to talk about how it matters and it just doesn't matter. And let's start by setting this up a bit. I am consistently inviting my students to zoom way out, like to get out of the weeds and the daily minutia of their lives and to think longer term, bigger vision, and ask themselves what they're really up to. Like when we're in the grind, just doing all the things we do at work and at home and with the kids, we're just trying to get dinner on the table and like the dog's paws cleaned up. We are so zoomed in. It's like we're right close up with everything. And from that perspective, when we're way up in the grill of our lives, we can lose the plot. It starts to seem like this is what matters. Right? The work deadlines, the kids' activities, the neighbor who is upset, the parents who need some help. It all matters so much. And we get all spun up and our heads feel like they can barely contain all of the to-dos and ideas and lists that we have created. And we're sure that it's all so important, that we have to get it all done, that some of it is super high stakes, and that there's a lot of very real pressure on us, a lot riding on how we're doing what we're doing. And I mean, sure, yeah, in some ways it does matter, right? It's great to do good work, make sure the kids are fed, have some sense of organization around the house. Great. Yep. I can get behind all of that. It matters. It's important to you and to the people around you. And it also just doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like if you wind up having popcorn for dinner, or you like miss the work deadline, or you skip the dinner party, You forget to pick up bananas at the store. Am I hungry? Why are these all about food? I don't know. But it just doesn't matter. It's okay. You'll have a more complete dinner next time, right? You'll nail the work project the next go around. Or maybe you'll find that you don't really like that job or the people that you work with and that you need to move on anyway, right? You'll go to someone's house for the dinner get together again another time or not. And your true friends will love you either way. And hey, maybe you'll invite them to come over to your place, but you'll be super clear that you want them to come in sweats, that bras and makeup are 100% optional, and that you plan on ordering pizza because you for sure aren't going to cook. And you're not cleaning either. Because what are friends for? Like, are they for being all done up and fancy and making sure they know how clean your house is and what a spectacular meal you can put together? Or are they there to talk and listen, to share, to laugh, to connect and love and support each other? Like, it matters, and it just doesn't matter, right? Whenever I remember this, I find a wild sense of freedom in it. Like, I've been traveling quite a bit the past couple of months. Well, I guess relatively speaking, since we've been in a pandemic and all. And at some point, with every single trip, I've had to sit myself down and remind myself, Kel, you've got your kids, you've got your contacts, you've got your credit card. You don't need anything else. It's all fine. Contacts only because, let's be honest, those would be a total pain to procure on the road, right? But really, it matters that we're packed and prepared and organized for this trip. And it just really doesn't matter at all. Like, we can take care of ourselves wherever we go. Wherever we are, we'll be resilient and we'll figure it out. We can get what we need. Or, and here's something enlightening, we could maybe go without the thing that we forgot that we thought we needed. Like my favorite Yeti cup or the extra socks or one of the 10,000 cords that we feel like we need to charge all the things that I weirdly take with us nowadays, right? I'm sure it'd be fine, right? It matters, and it just doesn't matter. I remember this idea, or I tried to anyway, with a lot of things. Like not only my to-do list and work and things around the house, but also like with other people's opinions. Like they matter and they just don't matter, right? Try to remember this with how quickly or efficiently I do something. How good I am at yoga or playing the piano or cooking. How patient I am in any given moment. How much I know about what's going on in the world. Whether I've seen the latest cool show or whether I know I'm supposed to be wearing high-waisted flare jeans or low-rise skinny jeans, right? Whether I say yes to every volunteer opportunity at the school, if I've gotten the kids to enough cultural and active and educational, informative, stimulating activities in the past week, month, year, it all matters. For sure. Yes, of course. And it just doesn't matter, right? It matters in the sense that there are things that I want to do. There are things I want to see and experience. There are things that I want to teach my kids and opportunities I want to offer them. There's the kind of person I want to be in the world. There are goals and there are dreams that I want to create and make happen. It all matters. And in the grand scheme, like when there are wars and a climate crisis and people living without clean water, and I really recognize and appreciate that I live a ridiculously privileged and easy life, most of it just doesn't matter. Like not even a little. So I think the trick is to remember the both and nature of this. This is where our minds can spin out just a little bit. So it's like, try to hang on to this, but also like, don't look too closely at it because then it just like all falls apart. Can both of these things be true? Can it matter and not matter? Like almost simultaneously. Can I work and try and put effort towards something? Can I show up and intentionally be the person that I want to be in the world? And can I just let go when things go sideways, or I get rejected, or something way more important comes along? Like a couple examples of how this has happened recently-ish. One, you might remember, is COVID. Like everything that mattered in 2019 and early 2020, it's not that it ceased to be important, right? Birthday parties and travel and going out to eat, concerts, having access to toilet paper when you want and need it. These things matter, right? Yeah. And we found out real quick how much it just doesn't matter at all. That things could get canceled and postponed and go missing and be totally unavailable. And like we made it, right? We're okay. We're the lucky ones. It all mattered until it didn't matter anymore. Something else that has happened in my family was when my nephew was diagnosed with leukemia last September. And if any of you have had a hard diagnosis, lost a job, the end of a relationship, you know what I'm talking about, right? Everything that mattered, like particularly to my brother and his family, kind of went out the window. Like it mattered and it just didn't matter. There were things like football games and preschool attendance, right? And even work for a little while. None of it mattered, right? They were in sheer survival mode. And we've all had moments of that throughout COVID too, where it's like, my family is here and we are healthy. And that is all that matters. Like everything else is just icing on the cake, right? My brother and his family are slowly rejoining the world of fun and social lives and activities. And some of that stuff is beginning to matter more again. And that's great. And then sometimes it's like they have to rush to the hospital and it just doesn't matter again. It's all both. It's yes and. It matters and it just doesn't matter. So why cover this today? Right? My hope is that there's some freedom in this, that there's a path towards letting go and taking a breath and stepping back from it all, even for a moment, to remind yourself of what really matters, what kinda matters, and what doesn't matter at all. And like the sheer fluidity of it. That it does and it doesn't, sometimes within the span of a day, an hour, a minute. When we can take ourselves seriously and keep the heat on, and simultaneously let go, let go, let go, then we're really onto something. We liberate ourselves from the shoulds and the have-tos and the expectations that we are so tied down by. We free ourselves from the anxiety and the stress and the overwhelm that so many of us live with day in and day out. Of course it matters. And then it just doesn't matter, right? All right. That's what I've got for you today, my friend. I hope this was helpful. Hold both of these lightly. It matters and it just doesn't matter. They're both true. It's a yes and. Yeah? I will see you at the same time, same place next week for more Transforming Anxiety. Please, please, please don't forget to rate and review the show. I would be so grateful. And until next time, please take care. Do you have someone to help you with your stress, anxiety, worry, and overwhelm? If not, I would love to be your coach. The Fierce Calm Project is my virtual coaching program where we get to go in on topics like this one, and I can help you apply these lessons to your life so that you're creating your own transformation. We do live coaching calls, guided meditations, on-demand yoga classes. We hold book club where we read books your neighborhood book club won't. And there's lots of bonus content that I've created just for you. When you're ready to take what you're learning on the podcast to a whole other level, then come on over and check out the Fierce Calm Project at kellyhanlonmccormick.com/Fierce Calm Project.